that won't work in the long run. That won't contribute towards the development of the institution. Organizationally, it may be okay, but institutionally, it is not okay. So you have to have the mix of the role. You have to have the different kinds of roles. So as a teacher, as we say that once a leader, once a teacher, always a teacher. But then that respectability from students comes when we keep on teaching. That is necessary because foundation of what we are today is teaching. Further, ensure the commitment of employees to organizational goals. Next point is, we must ensure the commitment of the people to the goals, to the organization goals or institutional goals. Are they committed? How far they are committed? When institution is having some important work, important activity, some people go on leave. If it is consistently happening in some cases, that means commitment is done. If it is happening sometimes, fine. Emergency can be with anyone. That is okay. But if it is consistently happening, that means commitment is not there. When an institution needs you, you are not there. So commitment is a very important component in this whole journey. So that commitment is important. So when you are committed, you are not governed by temporal factors as time and so on. So you have to be committed by the goals. This goal is to be achieved, you will achieve. Whether you are physically there or not, whether you are sitting in your room or you are going around, but the roles will be fulfilled. Next is resolve conflicts strategically and creatively. Strategic approach is very important, keeping long-term implications in mind when we resolve the conflicts. And at the same time, try to be creative at times. We should use whole brain. Generally, we tend to use very small part of our brain. And that too we are taught from the school. That use left brain. That is go by logic only. If you are going by logic, you are right. If you are not going by logic, you are wrong. Those are old concepts. That is outdated theory now. We must use whole brain. That means left brain and right brain are equally important. On one hand, logic has to be there. At the same time, intuitiveness is equally important. Intuitive or what we call lateral thinking is equally important. So we need to maybe have a creative solution to a problem. So resolve conflicts, maybe interpersonal conflicts, strategically and creatively. That is also important. Next is self-examination regarding where the organization stands in the eyes of the public. But before going to this self-examination, let me give you an example of this resolve conflict strategically and creatively. Let me give you an example of what I have actually done. None of the points which I have shared is just hearsay. I have done. So once, one faculty came to me in one of these institutions, not here. Sir, here is a journal. This article has been published, and my name is also as an author. So that is very good. Congratulations. No, sir, I have never been to it. Well, कैसे हो गया? Actually, sir, it is MRP of my MBA student. And another colleague approached me that why not create a paper out of it. So both of us will be authors. So I had told him, no, I am not interested. Why should I do it that way? If we have to do it, then we have to involve the student. And student has been already placed. So why should she? She was placed in dining basket. So why should we do it that way? She may not be interested. But now I am seeing it for the first time. And it is true copy of what has been written in the major research project. If there are certain mistakes, if somewhere comma is missing, somewhere full stop is missing, it is exactly same. The gentleman has done nothing. What should I do? So I told him, fine, what you are saying, you give in writing, because administration doesn't work orally. So admission administration will start working, functioning, if you give it in black and white. So we did it. One fact-finding committee was constituted. Fact-finding committee found that yes, it is true. There is 100% plagiarism. Although those days, ये बात बहुत पुरानी है, plagiarism was not that popular. But some of us were familiar with this, that it should do's and don'ts of publication. So the person was asked to resign. Why? Strategic aspect. Resolve conflict strategically. That means if I ignore it, what will be the implications tomorrow? Otherwise the teacher was good, his feedback was good, but what he has done is wrong. So he had to leave the institution. Why? Though he happened to be my student in an earlier institution. No favors. If anything is wrong, it is wrong. If anything is okay, it is okay. It is wrong, it is illegal. You can't be a role model for the students. You cannot be role model for the younger faculty. So you have to. So he had to leave. So strategic aspect is important. Not ignoring it. Similarly, in another institution, say J.K. Lakshmipat University, I started at that time, institution was building, the campus was being built up. So we had taken some flats in a township for the faculty and staff. They were staying there. So I started getting complaints from the township, from there, that two of your faculty, male and female, who were staying alone, both were married but staying alone, and they keep on talking in the corridor till late evening, so it is sending a wrong message. It is not right. And so on and so forth. Then ultimately I had to call both of them separately and ask them to leave. Because it is, as I said, institution. Institution has to create an example before the society, because who is seeing this institution or institutional function? It is the society, the environment. Yes, if anything is wrong, no, we should not do that. It needs to be thoroughly, properly, deeply investigated, and if it is found true, action is to be taken. Organizationally, why should you bother? But that is their personal life. That is organizationally okay. But when you talk institutionally, wrong. It is wrong. It is unethical. So they are teachers. They will be sending the wrong message to the students. So institution, with its own organizational culture, with its own values, can't afford to retain such. So again, there was a conflict. Do, karu, na karu, kare, na kare, kya kare. Take the action, keeping the strategic aspects of the future, the implications in mind. Coming to self-examination regarding where the organization stands in the eyes of the public, customers, competitors and also the stakeholders. How do others see me? That is important. मैं बहुत सारी बातें बोल सकता हूँ, जैसे बोलते हैं ना बड़बोला. That has no meaning at all. But how my stakeholders are viewing me, perceiving me, that is very important. Perception of the society is very important. And that is what happened in that. So those two colleagues, in whose case it was established later on that yes, they had some illicit relations and the decision was taken rightly. But then it is caring about the stakeholder, the society. That is important from the institutional point of view. So that's why we need to keep on self-examining regarding where the organization stands in the eyes of the people, eyes of the stakeholders. That's important. ये नहीं कि कोई कुछ भी कहे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Institution cannot afford to do that. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनली कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म तो बहुत वाइड है, उसमें हर तरह के समाते हैं, बट